This video is brought to you by patreon.com/worsttake. Get access to exclusive live streams and Discord servers, on-screen shoutouts, and early access to some videos when you join now. Help make sure that we can continue to make content like this by supporting the Patreon. Links are in the description down below. Everybody make mistakes, man. You know what I mean? The draft is a perfect incubator for these mistakes. And today we're going to be talking about every NFL team's most embarrassing mistakes, a video by TPS. All right, man, leave the Brown stuff out of it. Which one you think gonna be? Which one you know got to be up in here?
Biggest draft mistakes?
Mm-hmm.
Man, there's been so many. There's been so many. I'm trying to narrow down the one that I know is gonna be here. Well, if we leave the Browns out, of it, I was gonna say trade Julio because that was a big one, but we're leaving that out of here.
Mm-hmm. And this is most embarrassing.
Most embarrassing?
Draft moment of all time. Arizona Cardinals drafting Kelly Stauffer 6th overall. Heading into the draft, Stauffer was projected by Kuiper as a 2nd or 3rd round pick. This was before the draft contracts were collectively bargained.
Wait a minute. Mel Kiper that old that like he predicted somebody that played football in this era would be a 2nd and 3rd round pick?
Hey, put him in the Hall of Fame, dog. Put him in the Hall of Fame. 40. He's been doing this for like 40 years.
Longest tenured GM in sports. Longest tenured GM in sports. That's insane. They don't even make that whole fit. They don't make that whole fit no more. None of that is in stock anymore. They don't make them jerseys. This is when, like, I don't know. You know, you watching an old football clip when you see like it's not Nike, but it's bike. Like Bikey out there, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, he was out there recruiting dudes wearing Bikey.
Hey, they did a side by side of Mel Kiper's like first draft, or like first draft prediction, and the one he did recently. And the first one, his hairline was like right here, and the most recent one, his hairline was like all the way back here.
Look,
dog.
Man, it's got to be stressful arguing about the draft with everybody all year. Like, it's got to be a stressful time of the year for him.
For 40 years, though. 40 years, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know he was around. I knew he'd been around for a minute. That's crazy.
2nd or 3rd round pick. This was before the draft contracts were collectively bargained, and the Cards thought that they could take him 6th overall, but ink him to a cheap deal. Stauffer held out his entire first year, and they ultimately had to trade his draft rights to the Seahawks. All in all, an embarrassing, somewhat overwhelming display of incompetence, missing their pick in 2011. Making a poor selection in the draft is bad enough, but when you miss your pick entirely, well, that's a whole new level of embarrassment. But that's...
Yo, that happened?
Wait, what?
The Ravens just didn't draft... They forgot to draft somebody?
Somebody forgot to turn their card
exactly
in?
what happened to Baltimore in 2011
I guess the
when
time
a rookie trade
elapsed
fell through in the closing minutes of the Ravens' time allotment, allowing the Chiefs to jump in and pick in their place.
Everybody here.
See, man, if stuff like this happened to the Browns, we would never forget. But it happens to the Ravens, and nobody even remembers it. I don't remember it. I got reason to hate. I don't even remember it. Like, that's crazy to me.
That's wild.
That's like, we all know that the Vikings did it, but the Ravens,
Baltimore didn't turn their...
Everybody forgot the Ravens did that. That's insane.
Man, I don't even remember that. I don't even remember this happening. Like, I really don't.
I bet they drafted somebody good with that pick.
Card in. Kansas City picked a different player.
A shocking level of incompetence that, frankly, is surprising. Coming
they got
the
Jimmy
Ravens.
Smith. Okay.
Bills drafting EJ Manuel way before anyone expected him to go. Sometimes
I
it's a reach for a guy. Usually it's by a few picks or so.
The dark horse here could be EJ Manuel. And what kind of surprise would that be if he was the first?
Poor Geno Smith. This is the Geno Smith draft. This is one of the worst drafts of all time, 2013. And Geno Smith still went in the 2nd round. Like, it was absurd when it happened to this man.
That was crazy. Hey, I vividly remember them taking EJ Manuel and everybody being like, what?
This is how I found out who Jameis Winston was, because they drafted EJ Manuel and Jameis Winston went viral for the first time, screaming, celebrating about how they drafted EJ Manuel. Now, I can't quote him in what he said in that video, but if you saw that video and that was your introduction to Jameis Winston, nothing that happened afterwards was a surprise.
The Panthers, Keyshawn mentors Dwayne Jarrett. In 2007, Keyshawn Johnson was making his first foray into TV, working as an analyst for ESPN's draft coverage as a member of the Panthers. During the show, a fellow USC wide receiver, Dwayne Jarrett, was falling in the draft, and Keyshawn kept praising him and talking about how he wanted to mentor the kid, and that his team needed a third wideout.
We need another wide receiver. We need that third guy. This guy is much like me. I'm going to teach him how to be physical, how to play at the point of attack.
The Panthers.
Whoa. He was on an active team and on the draft coverage?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy that they even let that slide.
We gonna fix him. Like, all this.
I can fix him. Like that.
No, dog. Like, I'll get him with me. Like, dog, you can't talk like that. That's not.
That has to violate some kind of rule, bro. Like, how can you be up there talking about, yeah, we should draft him? Like, you can't do that.
They used to just let this happen back in the day, didn't they? Just
They
let
care.
it happen.
They care.
What we gonna do? Somebody gonna tweet about it? It didn't exist. It didn't exist. You know what I mean? We just had some crazy stuff going down back in the day.
Panthers gave Johnson his wish by taking Jarrett 45th overall, but then proceeded to cut Keyshawn moments later. Chicago Bears trading up for Mitch.
Oh, I paused too quick.
Oh, man.
He talking about I'ma fix him. And he got cut.
They cut you.
Why they do that to the boy? Why
They
they
said
do that?
moments later.
Oh, Keyshawn, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Hey, man, the moments you're glad social media didn't exist for. Keyshawn Johnson, that is, because nobody remembers that. I didn't know that happened. That's crazy.
Trubisky. Taking a guy second overall and whiffing is bad. Trading a boatload of assets to do so is even worse. And when the quarterbacks taken after him include a guy by the name of Patrick Mahomes, well, it just makes the Bears taking Mitch Trubisky far and away the most embarrassing thing that has and will ever happen to the Bears franchise on draft day. Cincinnati Bengals drafting a Josh Shaw who lied about jumping off a balcony. Leave it to the Bengals, an organization familiar with off-the-field issues, to draft a guy like Josh Shaw, who famously missed most of the 2004.
Like, this new era of the Bengals where they do the right thing and they're kind of like likable and they win a lot of games. Trash. Hate it. Not my favorite. Them old Bengals that was like the Jailblazers but playing football. Yeah,
those my Bengals.
You know what I mean? That's my favorite Bengals squad. You know what I mean? Had poor Andy Dalton running them all together. You know what I mean? Imagine Andy Dalton trying to tell Pac-Man Jones something. You know what I mean? Like, Pac-Man, no, he's sorry. You know what I mean? Like, insane stuff.
2014 season at USC because he got injured jumping off a balcony.
The USC football player, once called a hero, now confirms he's a liar.
Then he proceeded to lie that he did so to save his nephew who was drowning?
He originally claimed he jumped from a balcony Saturday to rescue his nephew from a swimming pool, spraining his ankles.
Yeah,
hey, bro.
Okay. Tough luck to be the team who buys that story and takes him. Cleveland Browns.
All right, we already know this is about to be embarrassing. It's probably going to be Johnny Manziel, homeless man, right? But I forgot about the Josh Shaw thing. That was great. Look, man, this is why. Just don't lie. Take the L in front of you. You know what I mean?
Literally,
like,
do not lie.
You just turn the L into a bigger series of L's. So for all the youngins out there, if you in trouble, just stop lying. Just tell the truth. You know what I mean? Take the L. You lost. You got caught. Ain't no winning that battle. The fourth quarter is over. You are down 30. Just take the knee and get on with the next one, because you're going to end up destroying the franchise over one lie. You don't need to do that. Josh Shaw never gonna be respected again because he just continued to lie about how he broke his ankle.
Browns calling Cam Jordan instead of Jordan Cameron.
Oh, damn.
Of course, it was Cleveland who would call Cam Jordan, who was taken 3 rounds earlier in 2011, instead of Jordan Cameron, who they were actually taking.
Were you ever confused with Jordan Cameron?
When we got drafted, I got drafted in the first round. He got drafted in the what round?
4th.
We were driving from the airport, and I got a call from the Browns, called down. They're like, hey, we're about to select you. And I was like, I mean, I'm good, actually. I think I've already been selected.
Okay, so you had already been taken in the first round, so this was the next day.
Right. I mean, I'll take 2 signing bonuses, but I refuse to go to Cleveland.
Dallas Cowboys, CD.
The wrong dude, too. Like, if you know anything about Cam Jordan, he ain't never playing up north. Like,
I feel like that's not even like top 5 most embarrassing things the Browns have done in the draft.
they took it easy on us, for sure. For sure.
They took it easy.
I mean, Justin Gilbert drafting him in the top 10 of one of the best drafts of all time without visiting. Maybe they didn't know that one. Like, but
that's easily like they didn't even do Julio. Like they didn't do any of the ones. Johnny Manziel could have been one. Like
Deshaun Kaiser's post-draft press conference when he said, "I am the mind of Tom Brady in the body of Cam Newton." I'll never forget. I'll never forget.
That's right. Hey, the Browns had
CD Lamb.
We had some goofy ass draft moments, man.
We had some moments, man.
R.I.P. the fun Browns drafts. I hope they're dead forever because like I don't want to cover that era, but like the draft used to really be where the season peaked for this team for a long time.
Him snatching cell phone from his GF. It's always an interesting vibe when the draftees' living rooms are put on national television. Let's just say that.
Pause it. That's not embarrassing. That's not embarrassing at all. That man was doing exactly what needed to be done.
He can't have focus modes on when he trying to get a call from an unknown number. You know what I mean? Like he's just doing what he has to do.
Yeah, she over here being nosy. What's embarrassing about that? She needed to back up.
Hey, look at the mama. Like
she know what it is.
This is a mom. I know what this look is. I know this is a mom who does not approve of who he has brought into her house. Like that is the look of who the little trifling girl. You
know what this video is? This is a video of everybody knowing what place you're supposed to be in except you. That's what this video is. Everybody know exactly what this is except her.
Yep. And look, CD, no look. Just knew what was going on. That tells me wasn't his first time dealing with this situation. You know what I mean? Like he had some muscle memory built up for it.
That not every family is media trained. Denver Broncos trade 3 picks to move up and take Tebow.
Okay, they're not tripping on this
2020 when it comes to draft day trades, but I think any sane person could have told you that sending a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round pick to move up and take Tim Tebow was not going to be a worthwhile investment.
It's remarkable how much they gave up to get. They must believe.
Hey, was Tebow Mania worth it?
Honestly, bro, it was worth it because he won a playoff game, and not even because he won a playoff game. How he won that playoff game.
It's people in Cleveland still act like Baker Mayfield was worth that number 1 overall because he won a playoff game. Like Tim Tebow not only won a playoff game, he won it in the most satisfying way possible. Like the most sad. I think it's worth all them picks. Like I don't know who the Ravens got with them picks, but I feel like, hey man, it was. And what they get from they got something from the Jets back for him.
They did.
Yeah, I think like a 2nd round pick. Nah, they tripping on this one too. Tim Tebow was that bad. But if you the Broncos, you got as good as you could have gotten out of Tim Tebow, dog. Like I don't think that there was another way for that to go down.
Didn't he have like 7 game-winning drives that year or something like that?
Yeah, it was like crazy? It was. Look, man. Sometimes we forget that football is entertainment. And I don't care what you traded for Tim Tebow. I bet for Broncos fans, that was entertaining, dog. Like, it was worth it. It was worth it. They got all of the Avengers movies, all the good ones, like in one season. Like, that was an entertainment value that was unmatched by that trade. So you know what? Good trade for the Broncos. I think TPS got this wrong too.
Believe in the guy.
Was very expensive to go get him.
Detroit Lions. Deion Sanders buries Lions after they passed on him. Everyone knows that Detroit isn't and hasn't been a super desirable location for free agents and draft prospects alike for some time now.
Hey fans, y'all gotta stop doing this shit to yourselves. I hate this kind of stuff. Like, I'm gonna show up to the game in my rebuilding sense, in my play, as a protest to the team. You look like a fool, and you make us all look like losers, dog. All right.
Rebuilding since 19.
Why are you doing this to yourself? You know how much money he paid for that jersey?
Oh, at least like $300-400.
This is. It's a word I can't use, but you know what it is. It's that chair in the hotel room nobody talks about. This is what that is right here. Like, what are you doing, dog? What are you doing? You would never have some respect. Stand up straight. Get your back up, brother. Like, come on, man. Come on. Strain your back, dog. Strain your back. Put some bass in your voice. Out here. Yeah, I can't stand fans who do this. Oh, they're lovable losers. No, you are a loser if you do stuff like this. Like, this is losing behavior. Can't rock with it. Cannot. No. This is why the Lions stink. It's because they do this out here rebuilding sis jersey. What kind of losers is that? If I got a friend that act like that, guess what? I got one less friend, dog. What you out here? Have some respect for yourself.
Hey, you so angry about this?
Now. But damn, Dion, you didn't need to remind the whole world like this.
I was kind of scared. I thought Detroit was going to take me. I would ask for so much money that I had to put me on layaway.
Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers draft day slide.
All-time bar.
Los Angeles Chargers, couldn't 12 people for their virtual draft party in 2020? Good riddance to the virtual drafts and all things COVID. But for some good old Chargers embarrassment, check out their epic virtual draft party, which they couldn't even get 12 fans.
Wow. The Chargers.
Damn, man, they could have duplicated a video so we wouldn't notice.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Damn, were they this unloved in San Diego? Like, did this many people not care in San Diego? Or is this like since they moved to LA?
Man, one thing I know about Chargers fans, like if you're looking for a very defeated and just perpetually depressed fan base, it's the Chargers fans. Like, you think Browns fans would be that? It's not that bad. Like, Chargers fans literally are super depressed and defeated all the time.
It's crazy. They got all that sun. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it has to go somewhere, and it just doesn't go to football for them. You know what I mean? That's crazy. They could only get 10 fans.
That's right. That's wild.
I mean, that's like 5 more than they had in StubHub when it was playing.
Fans to Miami Dolphins, Laramie Tunsil scandal. Yes, weed is legal now, and yes, Tunsil ended up being a great pro. But drafting him after that outrageous gas mask video leaked was a huge embarrassment, and there's no denying that.
Hey, call it what you want. It was a good pick. What you mean? What you mean? Hey, what's embarrassing about this for the Miami Dolphins? They got like 4 first-round picks out of this draft pick. Like, this is not embarrassing. Call it what you want. Hey, you can call it shameless. It certainly is shameless, but NFL teams have exhibited their ability to be shameless in the goal of winning. And that was a shameless pick. That was good.
Let's be honest. It's just some weed. It's just some weed. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah. Look, the Eagles decided to select their dude. And it wasn't weed that there was a problem there, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying. Now, it was extreme weed. Like, you know, I have friends who smoke a lot. I don't know if I've ever met somebody who had the gas mask. Like, that, it's a bit extreme. But that's a whole lot of man. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you just need to have a more airtight system. in order to get it all through. Because I ain't never been 6'6", you know what I mean? 300, 400 pounds. Like, I guess it hits different. I guess he just can't hit a rap or something like that. You know what I mean? He gotta do it a little bit more concentrated than the rest of us. Well, I'm saying that's not embarrassing for the Dolphins. Like, they won that one.
I don't even think it's embarrassing for him. He went the first round.
Who cares? He ripped a massive bong and then went in the first round. And you know what he did to celebrate? Got the gas mask. You know what I mean? He lucky. The league is lucky he doesn't play wide receiver because, boy, would have been a celebration. Get the gas mask, y'all. Larry Tunsil just scored a touchdown. They lucky he played online. Imagine if it was a quarterback. Oh, yeah, gas season. You know, put it on, baby. You know, we would be out here.
People in the stands just.
All the puns by the sports announcers, you know what I mean? He's got the gas going. Oh boy, he's cooking with gas. Like
he is lighting them up right now.
Oh yeah, he's burning them for sure. He inhaled them and puffed them out in one blow, you know? They would have had a time and a half, boy. Like, that's the greatest thing that Larry Tunsil robbed us from because he didn't play receiver or quarterback, so we couldn't have these moments. I need, you know what, Caleb Williams? Need you to hit that gas mask. You know what I mean? We need a gas mask all-star up in here.
New Orleans Saints trading away all their picks for Ricky Williams. Taking a running back too high in the draft is embarrassing.
All right. What was embarrassing about this wasn't trading all the picks. It was that ridiculous bullshit that Jimmy Johnson did after he traded all them picks, where he showed up with the Ricky Williams dreadlocks. It did had a Sports Illustrated cover of him and Ricky Williams getting married, complete with Ricky Williams in a wedding dress.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's what's embarrassing about this. Bad trades happen. Doing all that just for him to be better in Miami? Nah, dog.
They really gave up. They really gave up every single one of their picks except for their second round pick. That is wild. Could you imagine somebody doing that today? Could you imagine that?
For a running back?
For a running back. Dog.
We getting mad at teams for drafting Bijan Robinson in the top 10 with their own pick. Like what?
And Bijan is cold.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But those are some of the NFL's most embarrassing draft moments. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ding that notification.